Hello, everyone, and welcome to a podcast today brought to you by VuWall. I'll be your host, Gabrielle, and I'm so thrilled to be joined right now by Anna Kozel, who's actually Vice President of Marketing at VuWall. And today we're going to be talking about customer feedback, some success stories, and just some innovative use cases. So here to enlighten us on that subject as well as provide actionable industry insights is Anna. So Anna, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, what kind of success stories have you seen emerge, or the kind of stories that VuWall customers come to you about and say, hey, I had a success here and I'd love to tell you about it?
Yeah, it's great when we're actually allowed to talk about them. We do a lot of control rooms. So unfortunately, there's a lot of customers that we can't talk about, but we do manage to get some great customer stories. We've recently had a few really interesting ones. There's the Canton Police in Switzerland for their call center operations. We did the G7 last year where they transformed a skating arena into their operating center for control room. So we powered that control room. We do have a lot of other case studies on our website. So everything from, we do cybersecurity centers and, operation centers. We did a recent one with our latest product, our PAC product that was launched just at ISC last year. And they were actually our first customer. It's Kipu Networks in the UK. It's a cybersecurity operations center. So I can go on and on, but we have a lot of great customer stories.
Well, it's wonderful being able to share those success stories because, being able to hear firsthand from your customer base that your solutions are working for them, it's very warming. So how have your customers been able to leverage the solutions from VuWall in order to achieve the success that we're talking about here?
So one of the things that we do primarily, we pride ourselves is the increase in productivity. So that's really the idea, especially in security operations centers, cybersecurity centers, a lot of the police operation call centers and emergency response. It's very important to be able to respond quickly, reduce the time to response, right? And to be able to assess situations quickly. So what we do is we try to provide them the tools that they need that are really responsive, where they can do what they need to do as fast as possible. And that's oftentimes being able to visualize and see the information that they need quickly, whether they're using our drag and drop interface or the control panels to be able to change their views and really be able to see what they need when they need to see it and respond quickly. And in the end, that really results in an improvement in productivity and improvement in operations in the center. As for the integrators that put these control rooms together, what we try to do to improve their productivity is our solutions are really easy to install and to configure with drag and drop interface again, which is huge. It doesn't require any programming to be able to set up your control room, all of your sources, all of your displays as quickly and easily as possible. And so that has an impact on the ROI of the integrator. So we really, when we design our product, think about both the integrator and the end user and how it can improve their operations.
And that always makes for a successful product when you keep those ends in mind. Well, what kind of feedback have you feel like you've been receiving from customers about VuWall solutions that they're using? What kind of feedback are you getting?
Primarily, I would say the ease of use. That's really where we stand out. They're always, everybody says, oh, it's easy to use, our products are easy to use. But at the end of the day, our customers are very impressed with that, how they're able to just drag the sources they want to see on any display that they want, quickly resize them. It's almost as easy as, using a PowerPoint. It's really that easy. Move them around how they wish and be able to create control panels from the software just as easily, where with a touch of a button they can change what they're looking at, and that's really the main feedback that we get is the ease of use for both the configuration and the use of the product.
Well, that's great feedback to get because, quality solutions are very important, but also the setup and being able to operate them is just as important, if not more. So what have you seen or kind of experienced the more innovative use cases that you've seen? And as far as VuWall solutions go, where you think, wow, that's really creative?
So, there's been actually Despite the fact that we're very, very focused in control room, some of the more innovative cases have been in recent months, where we're seeing a lot more in education and corporate AV, where organizations really need to see content throughout the organization, whether it's, lobby signage or an auditorium somewhere, and they want to be able to distribute and share that content throughout. And they've been using different type of technology. It's, AV over IP. I don't know if you've heard of SDVoE technology. So it's on 10 gigabyte networks, and they've been getting creative with the way that they distribute content throughout and trying to find a centralized platform to manage all of that content. Oftentimes, different departments will use their own AV solutions, or different faculties within a higher ed facility will use their own solutions if it's for, the research labs and the security operations or whatever it is. So it's been interesting to see that they're gearing towards leveraging their networks and using the same system throughout the entire facility, throughout all departments.
It's so very fascinating to hear that. Well, that wraps up the conversation for today. So thank you, Anna, for joining us on today's podcast to talk about customer feedback and solutions that have been happening in the market. So thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on the
Gabrielle.
podcast.
It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. And as always, if you'd like to learn more, please visit VuWall.com and look for this podcast wherever it is you get your podcasts at. I've been your host, Gabrielle. Thanks for tuning in.